Do you feel like you're always running on empty? Always saying things like can't stop, won't stop? Even if you're trying your best to slow down, you just feel like you gotta do it all and you're absolutely burnt out? Are there moments when you wonder, like, why these simple tasks feel so exhausting and you just want to enjoy life without constantly feeling drained? And wait, wouldn't it be amazing to know how to slam the brakes on burnout and how to overcome this overwhelming feeling that keeps you sometimes stuck in bed with the cover over your head, saying can't stop, won't stop, don't stop, but yet you have no energy to keep going? Just imagine finally feeling refreshed, appreciated, and in control. Well, today I want to help you take your imagination to reality because I'm going to help you shift gears so you can pinpoint those hidden drains, set some boundaries to protect your time, your energy, and your peace. Yes, I'm going to help you bring some life-giving practices back into your life so that you can slam the brakes on burnout and overcome overwhelm. This, my friend, is our comeback season, and we're coming back stronger than ever before. We invite you to sit at the table with us so that you can get the strategy you need in order to succeed. So come on, hang out with us for the next 17 minutes or so. Welcome to Time to Win podcast, where healing and growth collide with purpose, and you get to heal, grow, and prosper. I'm your host, RJ Jackson. Join me as we take a graceful 90-degree turn from stress and struggling to purpose and prosperity. As a professional impact speaker and mindset coach, I'm here to show you the way out of secretly suffering in silence and help you get back on the path of prosperity, because I firmly believe that you were born to prosper. So if you're ready, let's make that shift. It's time to win, my friend. So let's go fight, win. All right, beautiful lady. Welcome back, my friend. Welcome back to Time to Win podcast. I am your host, RJ Jackson, also known worldwide as the Courage Giver. I'm your impact speaker and mindset coach, here to guide you through the chaos of life and to help you overcome that feeling of being overwhelmed and finally feel alive again. If that sounds like what you're looking for, pull up a chair and have a seat at the table with us. If by chance this is your first time being with us, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are so happy that you are here. We'd love to know how you found out about us, and certainly would love for you to stick around, because at the end, my friend, we're giving you a welcome badge. So make sure you hang out with us to the end. If, on the other hand, this is not your first time and you've been here before and you keep coming back, hanging out with us, you sure make our day. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here in the locker room of life on Time to Win podcast. We appreciate you, my friend. So the next time you say don't nobody appreciate you, you go ahead and hit the button again so you can replay this message, because I appreciate you. Okay, here's the question of the day. Is your energy tank always running on empty? And no matter how many times you try to refuel, it's just never enough. You know what I mean, right? You're doing everything. You're pouring out, you're giving your all, but somehow it's never enough to fill your tank. It's like driving your car over to Costco or Sam's Club and filling up. And then next day you look and you're like, how did I get to a half a tank? Right? Those kind of days. Do you have those type of days? You're always sad and you don't know why. You're tired and you don't know why. You don't have any energy and you don't know why. Okay, let me tell you something. I get it. That's why I'm here today. I'm here today to help you shift gears. so you can fill your tank, reclaim your energy, and feel alive again. I have already told you this is comeback season, but you don't just come back because it's comeback season, right? You don't stay dry in the rain if you don't have an umbrella. So today I'm going to give you the umbrella. Stay dry to get through what you're going through. So here's what we're going to tackle today. First, we're going to uncover those hidden drains on your energy. And then we're going to set up some boundaries to protect your time and your emotional resource. And finally, we're going to build a routine of self-care and actually fills you up without you breaking the bank. Does that sound like something that interests you? No wonder you're still here. And by the way, I am happy that you're here. So thanks so much for being here. So let's talk about why we often feel drained, why we feel tired and sad and depleted. What's really going on beneath the surface? You see, it's easy to think that we're just busy or that life is just too much to handle. But here's something I want you to think about. Sometimes it's not about what you're doing. It's really about what you're not doing and who you're spending time with and how you use your time. Have you ever noticed how spending time around certain people or in certain places just literally leave you feeling exhausted? So much to the point that even when you leave that environment, it's very hard for you to pick up the pieces again. Okay, I want you to think of your energy like this. In a way you could probably relate. So think of it this way. Energy is like your gas tank. Now, you wouldn't leave your car running all day and then take on extra passengers without expecting a faster drain on your gas, would you? You're not gonna, if you have 8 passenger seats, you're not gonna put 9 people in the car, are you? No. The same thing goes true for your mental and your emotional energy. But yet, day after day after day, we have room in our life for 8 people and we are squeezing 9 and 10 people in. We run all day long, running, doing, so much that we forget to be. Listen, girl, if your energy were a bank account, let me ask you, are you making more withdrawals than deposits? Because if you are, eventually you're going to go bankrupt. If you're constantly giving, it's only a matter of time before you're left running on fumes. You see, if you're juggling too many priorities, you will not find time to breathe. If you're constantly giving, but won't step back and let somebody give to you, well, you'll never get filled back up again. Tell me something. Not that I can hear you, but when was the last time you really, truly felt genuinely alive instead of just pushing through? Well, if it's not right now, that's too long ago. So let's change that. Let's talk about why we are always giving but won't open up to receive. Why we feel we have to do everything and be everything to everyone, and why do we wait so late until we're literally about to pass out? We're exhausted just to take care of ourselves. Because this, my friend, is why we don't have energy. So why is it? I'm so glad you asked. Let me tell you why. First and foremost, we are trying to be people pleasers. We have this tendency to make sure that everyone around us is okay. We try to avoid conflict. We try to make people feel good by liking us, accepting us. So we want to give until we're all giving out. And then we want to cry that don't nobody give to us because we don't make room for people to give to us. And also, we tie our self-worth to service. Like, if I'm helping others, I'm a good person. Not necessarily, but this is what we do. We trick ourselves into believing that if we're always available, others will naturally give back to us. Well, have you not learned your lesson yet? If you're always available, people are going to only expect you to always be available. And they don't have time to be available for you. They just expect you to be available for them. So we got to reevaluate tying our self-worth to service. And then, of course, there's that fear of disappointment or rejection. We all worry about rejection. Nobody likes rejection. And here's what happens. Because we don't like it, we find ourselves worrying that if we set boundaries, if we say no, or if we focus on ourselves, other people will feel disappointed or even think less of us. Okay. So, no, seriously, they're going to think what they want to think about you anyhow. And don't you see that you're thinking that if you focus on yourself and take time for you, they'll be disappointed, but they're not taking time for you because they're busy taking time for themselves? Hello? Let's do some math here. What you're thinking is not adding up to what you're getting. You deserve that worrying about what other people think. All right, so let me go to the next reason why we just don't receive or we're out of energy. Why? Because we just want to be in control. And we want to be perfectly in control. Yes, we got this thing called perfectionism driving us crazy. Honestly, do what we do, but yet it's draining our energy, so we can't do what we want to do. It's this thing of feeling needed and indispensable. It really can create a sense of control. Being everything to everyone, it can make you feel more secure, but at the end of the day, it also leads to burnout because we can't be perfect in every area of our lives, and we certainly can't be everything to everyone. Perfection and the desire for control is one of those feelings we gotta let go. Roll the window down and let it fly out, sis, because it's driving you to a dead end. And why do we wait until we're exhausted to take care of ourselves? Well, I believe first and foremost, we follow this myth that says, tough it out. Especially as women, you're strong. You got an S on your chest. You can do this because listen, girl, if you don't do it, ain't nobody gonna do it, right? Not only do we hear other people saying that, but we say that to ourselves. And then we have this notion where we view self-care as something we could do later, once we've earned it. That mindset, well, it leads you to pushing through challenges without stopping, saying things like can't stop, won't stop, don't stop, thinking you're strong enough to handle it all. And what's even worse, handle it all on your own. Let me help you out. Sis, that's a lie straight from the pit of hell. Yes, it is. Don't believe the hype. First and foremost, you don't have to tough it out. You have to trust God to work it out. And at the end of the day, I read the book and it says, in the end, you win, meaning he already got it worked out. Matter of fact, pray about it. And if you're going to pray, why worry? And if you're going to worry, why pray? Stop waiting until you're exhausted to take care of yourself. And wait, hold on. Let's talk about this guilt trip that you always go on, that you claim, I never get to go on a trip. Oh no, girl, you guilt trip every single day. You guilt trip around prioritizing yourself. You feel guilty about taking time for yourself, especially when there's so much more to get done. It's going to get done. And if it don't get done, it wasn't supposed to get done. And it's not more important than you. If you are worried about the dishes getting done, buy some paper plates for next week, please. You see, there's this perception that self-care is indulging. It's selfish. So we put it off until it's absolutely necessary, or at least we feel it's absolutely necessary. But the truth of the matter is, it's absolutely necessary every single day. But without boundaries, we lose touch of that. We end up ignoring even the early signs of stress and fatigue, only to address them when we just can't take it no more. We're so burnt out. When we go to therapy, the therapists don't even recognize us. We're burnt to a crisp. Okay. I hear you saying, RJ, get out my business. Nope. I'm not going to do it. I want to see you win. I want to see you enjoy life and feel alive again. You deserve that, my sister. You deserve that. So we got to take our control back. The real control, the things we can control, and let go of the things we cannot control. It's time to set boundaries and protect your energy like it's a precious resource, because it is. So let's dive into how we can do that. There's so much I could share with you, but time won't allow me to. So for today, I'm going to share with you 3 strategies that will take you in the right direction so that you can reach your destination with peace of mind. So 3 today. If you come hang out with me again next week, I'm going to add more. And if you go back and check out the podcast from last week, you will actually pick up some more resources there as well. Because I'm not here to give you information. I'm here to help you experience transformation. I know you're tired. I know you're sick and tired of doing the same thing and getting the same results. And I also know that this is your season to win. This is your season to come back, to get up after being knocked down 7 times, getting up 8 and fighting for what's right for you. Not for me, but for you. I'm going to give you the strategies, but don't get it twisted. You got to do the work, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm going to give you the keys to the car. And the car is clarity, adaptability, and resiliency. Clarity, seeing where you are, acknowledging where you are. Adaptability, changing your circumstances. And resiliency, getting back up and taking one more step after being knocked down. One step at a time. So I'm going to give you the keys to your car, but you got to put that baby in drive and press the gas. Okay? Now, if you're too tired to drive by yourself, hop in my car. You can be my passenger anytime, because me personally, I love a good joy ride, and I love to bring people along who want to grow. So here you go. 3 quick shifts that you can make starting today to protect your energy, your peace of mind, and your time, so that you can slam the brakes on burnout and overcome overwhelm so you can feel alive again. Number 1, identify what's draining you. And you got to be honest with yourself. I was talking to somebody the other day and they kept saying, I don't know why. I don't know why. We know why. We really know why. We just don't want to admit it. We don't want to say it out loud. We don't want to say it to someone else in fear of what they're going to think about us. And we don't want to admit we don't have it all together. But nobody has it all together. So first and foremost, get clear on what's draining your energy. Start paying attention to your environment. Notice the tasks, the people, and the situations that leave you feeling depleted. Recognize these drains, because that's the first step to setting boundaries around you. Now, here's the thing. People come into your life for a reason and a season. Some of them are drains and some of them are fountains. Some of them will drain your energy and some of them will pour into you. If you got more people draining you than you do pouring into you, you're never going to feel alive, alert, and enthusiastic. You're going to always feel drained because you're always pouring out, and no one's pouring into you. Check the people around you. Look at your list. Check it out. My daddy used to say, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Check your list to see if you have people who are draining you, and then decide how much time you really want to give to them. And I'm talking about people you love. Okay? You can still love them, but you don't have to be everything to everyone. So, identify what drains you. Number 2, create non-negotiable self-care routines. Meaning, you put yourself on the calendar and it's non-negotiable. You about to meet with the president of your company, and you can't miss this meeting. You can't change it for something else. You can't change it because you don't feel like going. You can't say, I'll be late. No, it's non-negotiable. Self-care is not just a nice thing to do or have. It's a necessity. And each day you carve out even 2 minutes just for you, whether it's for meditation, a quick walk, or just doing some deep breathing, reading a good book. These are small practices that build resilience to help refuel you. I love ending my day reading a good book. I love it. What do you love to do? To just take time for you that you've been depriving yourself of because you've gotten so many other things on the list that as soon as you are finished with the list, you don't even plan to go to bed. You just fall asleep. You just fall asleep on the table, wake up and go to bed. You just fall asleep at your desk, wake up and go to bed. No more of that. We're going to create a self-care routine where we're at least ending the day filling our cup back up. When we do that, we sleep better, we feel better when we get up in the morning, and we have more energy. Non-negotiable self-care routine. That's what we're creating. And number 3, to help us create that routine, we're going to say no. And we're going to say no as a form of self-respect. We are so busy sometimes worrying about if we're respecting other people, we disrespect ourselves. Saying no is not selfish. It's essential. And every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying yes to what does. I mean, think about it. You're clearing space for the things and the people who energize you and inspire you when you say no to things that don't serve you, to people who drain you, to activities that are not important, that are not moving the needle for you, that are frustrating you because you said yes, but now you're mumbling under your breath and kicking rocks because you got to do it. Just learn to say no. And listen, if you're not sure how to say no, I'm going to teach you 7 languages in about 5 seconds. How do you say no in Italian? No. How do you say it in Spanish? No. How do you say it in English? No. How do you say it in German? No. How do you say it in Latin? No. Okay? No. No. No, 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 no. I can't help. But there are some really polite ways to say it as well. You can say, oh, thank you so much for asking me. I'd love to, but I'm not available at this time. Or you can say, can you ask me another time because this isn't a good time for me. Or you can say, oh, thanks for thinking of me. I'm unable to do that this time. Or you can just say, hell to the nah. Ooh, did I say that? I did. Okay, RJ. You're a little bit out of it. Okay, RJ. All right, now, anyway. Okay, anyway. Because remember, God didn't create you to just barely make it through the day. There's a life full of energy, purpose, and joy waiting for you. Imagine what your life would look like if you could fully show up each day, recharged and ready to feel valued and alive. Are you ready for that shift? Aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired, being burnt out, overwhelmed? Aren't you tired of crying at night? Aren't you tired of getting up every morning saying, oh, I wish things would change. Oh, I wish things would change. All right, they can. And they will. And here's what is important for us to do so that they will. Build self-care into your routine as if it's your superpower. And practice saying no when you need to protect your peace of mind and your time. Because this is how you take control and create a life that fuels you. We're coming to the end, my friend, but I just want to say if today's conversation hit home for you, make sure you come back next week for more life-changing insights. And don't forget to share this episode with a friend. Leave a comment and remember to lock us in for next week. Until then, keep making moves and let's slam the brakes on burnout, overcome overwhelm, and steer confidently towards the life you deserve. A life where you're alive, alert, and enthusiastic. If today's conversation hit home, reach out because you don't have to be on this journey alone. I'm extending my hand to you, my friend. You can reach me at the link in the description or any social media platform. RJ Jackson, the Courage Giver. In the meantime and in between time, you deserve to feel alive again. So let's start right now. Repeat after me. I'm alive, I'm alert, I'm enthusiastic. I'm alive, I'm alert, I'm enthusiastic. I'm alive, I'm alert, I'm enthusiastic. Oh yeah. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to Time to Win. I recognize that you appreciate the value provided in today's episode, and for your gratitude, I'm giving you a Time to Win VIP listener badge. So head on over to timetowinpodcast.com. That's timetowinpodcast.com and claim your badge and gain immediate VIP access to more of our next level resources and opportunities, including details on the huddle, a table for 10, the Cure Circle, and the Cure Retreat. Because you've enjoyed today's session, you can also express your gratitude by rating, reviewing, and returning next week with a friend. Oh, by the way, be sure to screenshot today's episode and share it in your Instagram and Facebook story or on your favorite social media platform. We'll look forward to seeing you again next week in the locker room of life, here on Time to Win. And remember, the best time to win is now.